The meeting of the Suffolk Water Commissioners is called to order June 20th, 2024 at 6 P.M. and is being recorded. Ed Johnson, present.
Dave Meswar, present.
John Kane, present.
Randy Brown, present.
Chrissy Layette, present.
Is there any public comment? Is there any public comment? Okay, have you reviewed the minutes of March 7th and 16th?
I reviewed the March 7th and the May 16th minutes. I'll make a motion to receive to accept both minutes as read.
Can I have a second?
I wasn't here for the March meeting.
Right, well, you can still second it, you just can't sign it, that's all.
Second the motion.
Okay,
To accept
I'm
the
gonna
minutes.
make two motions. I'll make two motions.
that's all right, yeah, you can do both, yeah, do both, separate them.
All right, I make a motion to review the March 7th meeting, minutes as written.
Okay, second,
All in favor?
aye,
You should have said that.
yeah, I'm good, so no, I wouldn't hear it that way.
Aye. Okay. Make a motion to
The
accept
16th,
the 16th, May 16th minutes.
yeah, I can't vote on that.
I'll second the motion to accept the May 16th minutes.
All in favor?
Aye, Dave Meswar.
John Kane, aye.
Motion carries, okay. Okay, we have 6 elderly rate applications and Christie says they all meet the requirements. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to accept the elderly applications.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor, Ed Johnson, aye.
John Kane, aye.
Okay, motion carries. Okay. Monthly commitments, we already got that, that's $8,005. We gotta sign that later. Randy, DPW report.
Yeah, just a few things since our last meeting. First one is an update on the lead service line inventory. Pine Bond's taking the lead on this project. They're still trying to get into and either do basement inspections or have people fill out the survey online, submit photos and documentation of the services. So the response has been, I'd say lukewarm at best, but they're still plugging away. They did do a round of door knockers at specific neighborhoods, and I think that helped. And I think we'll continue that moving forward. So we'll keep you updated on that. Item 2, Jeff Udavelli, he's our backhoe inspector. He's continues to do those inspections. Item 3, our sanitary survey was done in April. I had expected to get a report on that by now, but I have not.
Okay,
So maybe no news is good news. I don't know, but certainly when that does come through, I'll pass it along. Item 4, we did implement water restrictions on 6/11 due to the levels of the Russell River, indicating that we are in a drought status. This is under new business, so we can talk about this in more detail when we get to it on the agenda. And the last item here at 5 is we are due for another round of lead and copper sampling. We do that in the third quarter of 2024, so July, August, September, we'll be doing that. So Christy, myself, and Kevin, we're working on
okay,
get those samples taken.
okay, good. Work order summary, what do we got here? Seasonal turn-ons, new connections. Raised farm hydrant meter. Okay, nothing real big deal, right?
No, the hydrant meter is just for the irrigation use.
Yeah, right, so I
I think
figured,
they
yeah.
asked for that.
Yeah.
Usually every year. We had another one today come in for. Who came in today for their irrigation?
That was right.
That was raised, okay,
Yep, we hooked it up today.
Okay,
perfect.
okay, old business, 18 Hudson Drive, Wally Associates.
So we've talked about this the last few meetings. In your packet, there is some information I did not have at the last meeting, which was the decision from DigSafe program. So there was a review from DigSafe. And there was a subsequent investigation and a meeting amongst those parties, and essentially there was a violation that did occur, that did verify. There was $1,000 fine that was paid. And I think there's also a requirement for some online education. So those papers are here for you to take a look at if you're interested. Since our last meeting, a couple things have changed. So the property owner indicated that because we didn't give him a water meter, that it's impacting their schedule of their new building. And as a result, there may be cost implications on their end because they have a facility in, I think in Westfield that they're leasing. And that the lease would have to be extended if the new building here isn't complete. So legal counsel chimed in with some recommendations. I did talk to Ed about this. So we did end up giving the water meter. Last week we put that in.
Right.
There are legal was gonna draft a letter to the property owner indicating that there are other means that we can pursue to secure payment for.
To get our money, right,
the
right.
full amount, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was being drafted, and then I had a meeting today with Nicole Parker. She's a new town administrator, chief administrative officer. And she is asking if this board would consider reduction in that bill. And in order to maybe satisfy this and put this behind us. I told her I wasn't sure, but I presented to the board today for your feedback. I don't think it's, we talked about this, I don't think it's a good message to send. But if her feeling is that if there is no reduction or elimination of that bill, then there will be a follow-up lawsuit. And that would probably be more costly than.
That's the call I got.
$4,000 of
That's
the-
what, yeah, he wants,
of the.
he's gonna take litigation against the town. Yep.
Correct.
Yeah, so in good faith, he wants to bring litigation against the towns and then we'll reduce the bill, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So I think. He hit the water main thing had to be replaced. He was at fault. We talked about this.
Yep.
It was investigated by DigSafe. Additionally, obviously, they thought it was a bigger issue too. And he's at fault. I mean, we gave him the meter. That's us reducing the bill or giving him some type of grace for it.
I think on the flip side, the concern is that we did put the marks on the ground, right, and they were not in the right spot.
They weren't
We
in the right
recognize
spot. That's the problem.
And so there is maybe some responsibility on the town's end because of that.
Cause our markings were off.
But they weren't official markings. That's the
I
thing. They're
agree.
not official
Yeah,
markings.
right.
So when you don't go through the process. It delays your time frame. I mean, you hit a water main. That's how it works. And I think to come in here and ask us to show him some type of good graces and then to go and try to sue the town over his mistake. We gave him the meter, he got what he wanted, and I think he should be paying the bill. The excavating company that was doing the work, whatever it might be, pays for the repair. And if Mr. Wally wants to spend $100,000 to fight the town over $5,000, then that can just show his real commitment to the town. We gave him, there's a tax incentive plan for that building. He's developed that whole road. I'd like to know how many dig safes he's called in. And if we keep going down this road, more people are just gonna hit utilities and say, hey, you came out and told us it was okay.
Dave?
Yeah, I think we should just, keep it the way it is, and I don't see any reason to give him any. I mean, it's $4,000 for a
Yeah,
building.
I concur. I concur 100%.
We've got the dig safe paperwork. If he wants to pursue it as legal.
That's all right here. Yep.
I don't understand, he does this all the time.
Yes, he does.
He
And I,
gets in there and he
Yeah.
want $1,000, you give him $1,000 bill, he doesn't want to pay it.
Yep.
I don't know what to do with him anymore.
no, can I have a motion on that?
I'll make a motion to deny reduction of the fine, the reduction of the bill.
Have a second?
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, Ed Johnson, aye?
Dave Messer, aye.
John Kane, aye.
Okay, motion carries, not to reduce the bill. All right, okay, Springfield Water and Sewer contract. All
So
the same, right?
yeah, so we have an agreement with Springfield Water and Sewer to
Right.
purchase wholesale water. That agreement runs through June 30th. We did get an agreement that's in your packet. This had to go to town meeting as well because the contract does exceed 3 years.
Oh, okay,
So that was the reason why we had to get a vote at town meeting to authorize the board, the town to enter into an agreement for 5 years in excess of 3 years. So what you have in front of you is a copy of that agreement.
Yep.
There really are no material changes to the
Okay.
prior agreement. So once you authorize it, I'll bring it to select board for the rest of the concurrence as well.
Yes. So there's no changes really, it's just everything's just the same,
No,
just a standard, yeah,
nothing changes to the rate formulas.
Okay.
Rate, and it just all, it's all the same. And
can I have a motion on the floor to accept Springfield Water agreement for the year?
I make a motion to accept the 3-year agreement for the Springfield Water.
It's
Yeah.
it's 5-year agreement.
It's a 5-year, 5-year agreement.
5 year,
Sorry,
5 year,
sorry.
yeah.
5-year agreement.
You have a second?
I'll second the motion to accept the 5-year agreement with Springfield Water and Sewer Commission.
All in favor of Johnson, aye?
Dave Mizler, aye.
John Kane, aye.
Motion carries, okay. Randy, new business. Non-essential water restrictions.
Yep, so as I mentioned earlier, we did implement restrictions on June 11th. Packed a copy of the, the handout we do every
Right.
year is in your packet.
Yep.
Same as before, last year we entered restrictions, I think on June 1st. The year before it was, I think, May 30, that's the 31st, so right around the same time as the past 2 years. We are the only one that I'm aware of in the area that has restrictions at this time. I did reach out to DEP to kind of get some information in terms of when other communities and
Right, as you were
regions,
saying, you're going to, you told me, yeah.
yeah, would be, following the same standards that we are. I would say I kind of got the same response I typically have in the past, no really firm answers, it's something that they're working on, but didn't really get much out of it.
Yeah,
I do think that Northampton might be implementing restrictions.
yeah,
soon.
usually they follow us.
We usually were the only two, we did two, and I think they're very close based on an email I saw earlier today. But as far as other communities, that's like our neighbors,
Nothing.
I don't.
Yeah, you
at
said you were
least
gonna make that call and they.
I did,
Yeah,
I did call, I reached out.
yeah, no, you said you
I
were going to
asked,
talk to you.
I asked. And it's I think it's possible, I guess, right, it's nothing's imminent, is that what, I guess, their way of putting it.
Okay,
Nothing's around the corner.
okay,
But even if they do renew or review the application or whatever, it's not gonna get any less restrictive.
No, correct.
I mean, that's,
right,
they're
right.
never gonna reduce the restrictions.
No.
No.
No,
And the
that's what
only-
Randy and I talked about when he called me.
Yeah, that I think what the key is to get, so we don't feel like Southwick's the only community, right? Because right now we are, like, I feel like we're an island,
Yeah,
so others, should be. In my mind, they should be conserving water if we are in a drought.
Yeah.
We have to, and others should be doing the same, we're pulling our end, they should do theirs.
yeah, no, absolutely.
And that's on,
yeah.
that's on DEP to force,
Right,
No, it's,
they haven't.
they're not, because they don't have a withdrawal permit, right? They don't have a water.
Others, so take West Springfield, for example, right, they no longer have a permit, right, they're a registered community, so. There was some change in the regulation a year ago where. DEP would put restrictions on. Registered communities. But it's based on a drought declaration from there's a drought declaration task force. And so one of my questions to DEP was, well, when is this task force meeting? They haven't met all summer. We're in a drought, they should be looking at the conditions and making their recommendation that we are in a drought.
right,
And I just got an email just probably an hour and a half ago saying that task force will be meeting, but not until July 10th. And I mean, that's 3 weeks away, and things could change drastically between now and then. So
then we just do what
that's
we
why I
gotta do,
say nothing's really,
changed.
nothing's changed.
Yeah, right.
And we can't arbitrarily end the restrictions, right? Because that was a question someone had posed, we could just vote to not
No,
have,
No,
them, and that's
we
not
can't.
something we.
no,
No.
it's written in the permit.
It's right in the.
Because we
permit.
have that.
Clear, what triggers a start, what triggers an end.
Yep.
Okay.
Is there anything else on the new business?
So last meeting, John asked if we would save any money by not including a return envelope in the water bills. And that's just not how we're billed.
No,
So it's kind of like a lump sum thing. They don't charge extra or any less.
Oh,
for
okay.
Not including it.
Okay. Anything else to come before the board? Got a motion for adjournment.
I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second the motion.
Johnson, aye.
As well,
John Kane, aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, gentlemen.